Hello, one and all, and welcome to another exciting episode of Fusionverse. This is where I talk about anime, TV shows, movies, and games. Fusionverse episode 98. Holy crap, I'm close to 100. I'm super excited. And, well, if you don't know, if you can't tell by the title, we're going to be talking about two open world games as well as gaming news involving some oldies but goodies. And it's just very impressive news that's coming out. For those of you interested, and obviously, if you can't tell, but let me bring it up for you right here. And that is, of course, Generation Zero. That is one of the first open world games that we're going to be talking about. And, well, this is what we're going to be talking about. Just in general, just going to give you a little brief overview. If you don't know about these games, there's two games in particular, Generation Zero and Outward. Now, something very interesting about these is, yes, they are open worlds, but they are very entirely different. I had that itch, that little itch, not lice, everything. But I've had that itch where I wanted to play an open world game. And I finally, asking you shall receive, am I right? Well, I am kind of right, because there are these two open world games. Here's a part that I'm kind of like, crap, this sucks. Both games are actually coming out next to each other. As you can tell, or maybe you can't, Generation Zero is going to be coming out on March 26th. Now, that is really great. There is also Sekiro that's coming out around that time. I believe it's the 22nd. Conflict of interest there. You're kind of like, oh, what are you going to get, right? A lot of people are going to get that AAA title. However, I will say this is open world, machine-based, 80s, like, Sweden, freaking awesome-looking game. I'll see if they have a little thing here so I can play for you guys, because this is really, honestly, really amazing. Of course, right here, survive a hostile world, explore a vast open world rendered with an award-winning Apex engine, of course. Featuring a full day night cycle with unpredictable weather, complex AI behavior, simulated ballistics, highly realistic acoustics, and dynamic 1980s soundtrack. Now, I don't think they're going to be having licensed music. I don't say if it's an indie game, but it is that type of game by Avalanche Studios, and they've made a bunch of other games as well. But this is so interesting because it's obviously being taken over by machines. This world that they created, and it's this sandbox, this open world game, and it's honestly simply really good. There is a lot of gameplay, I will say that. There's a lot of gameplay out there, so this may or may not be for you. They also have multiplayer. You can play solo player. That's what I like. I like playing solo for pretty much a lot of the games. I don't really like doing multiplayer, but hey, getting this, I may be able to play, my brother or something like that. It is not split screen, in case you were wondering. It is not split screen. Just throwing it out there, not split screen. However, what I will say is that the game itself is actually really good. Like, from what I have seen, a lot of people talking about it, it looks like a really good shooter game. It's shooting mechanics, first person. You can also do emotes. They're adding that in because apparently people were having fun, dancing, throwing the boom boxes, because you get boom boxes in here to distract enemies. And yes, the enemies are robotic. It is crazy. There's, of course, different types. There's small ones, like, they call them fleas or something. There's, like, drones that scan and stuff like that. It looks very cool. I do have to say that. There is no other AI other than those machines and you, from what I have seen. Who knows? Maybe when you get to this other bigger portion of the map, maybe it will have other characters. I have no idea. However, it's going to be an explorer. Yes, it's going to have a story. It's going to be really cool. You get different types of weapons. You have to make sure they can hear you. There's different sounds. You can hear them as well. However, when it's raining and stuff like that, pouring and stuff, it'll make it more difficult for enemies to hear you, which means you can run, and not worry too much about stealth. It will be stealth. One thing this open world game does not have, it is not an open world like survival type game. It has certain aspects where you get bandages and stuff like that, but for the most part, it's not that type of game. Some people have compared it kind of like a Left 4 Dead kind of feel, where up to 4 players, however, not split screen. I'll say that again. But yeah, it's really cool. It's really entertaining. There's different types of robots. They can be very challenging. Of course, as you continue on through the map, they're going to get more and more difficult. They've shown us a variety of robots, some that are going to be very difficult, such like this one. And of course, yeah, there's stealth strategy, as I told you before. And here are the robots, the enemies you will face: the Tick, the Seeker, the Runner, the Hunter. I've seen this one in kind of action. It's really crazy. It's really cool. Pretty damn entertaining. I gotta say that this game, Harvester, this is cool as well, and the Tank. Just honestly, a lot of this, I want to get this. This is the type of game that I want to get. I want to play. I want to get my hands on it. Like I said, it's coming out for PS4, Xbox One, and PC as well. But on the 26th, I have to wait such a long time. I honestly wish they were coming out much earlier, but we have to wait. So if you're interested in kind of open world, these machines, maybe you can play. Obviously play a single player, or you can play it multiplayer. And there are some perks in the game as well, like upgrades, things of that nature. It's just very, like I said, it's very entertaining. It's really amazing. They have a lot to show, and I highly recommend it. I do think this is a game that I recommend. Not every game is for everyone. I haven't played this game, so you got to check out the game, a lot of the gameplay, for yourself, if this is going to be fun for you. I mean, of course, playing with friends, that can make any game fun. But ultimately, it is up to you to kind of decide if you want to get this. Now, there is another open world game that I will be talking about, and it is RPG. It is much different than this game. But if you're looking for a shooter, open world game, this is freaking amazing that you can play solo. Because a lot of them are just kind of like, oh, everything is online. You have to do everything online. And I get tired of that. I mean, completely honest. I'm tired of the always online, always all that stuff. Some of the games just let me down. I'm like, oh, I have to pay PlayStation Plus in order to play. It's annoying. This is freaking amazing. I don't see why I wouldn't really want to get this. But the next game, I'm like, if I kind of had to decide what games would I get, it's honestly between this one and this next game that I'm about to talk about. And that is Outward. Now, Outward is another open world game. However, this is the RPG game. And guess what? It has split screen. You can play 2 players. A lot of people heard, communities wanting to play RPG split screen type game. Or not just split screen, like multiplayer. This has that. You can honestly play split screen, or you can play co-op with someone else. They can join your game. And here's the kicker, okay? You get to keep all the items that you find within this world, okay? If you're joining someone else's, you get to keep everything that you get. You're leveling up, all that stuff. You stick with it. However, the passing of, like, say, a campaign or something like that, main missions, that won't transfer over because you kind of need to do that on your own. In that aspect, some people might be like, but I want to do that. I mean, hey, you're still leveling up. You're still doing all this stuff. You could do it. Your friend could join you on that one, or you could have someone else join you on that, and you could do it again. It's perfectly fine. It'll probably play differently. I heard of quite a few things about Outward, and there's some things that are kind of like, it interests me, but at the same time, I'm kind of worried about it. It's open world. I've seen the open world. I've seen them play it, but there's a problem. I haven't really seen much in that open world. Like things that you can, like animals you can hunt. I saw like maybe a wolf here or there, like just one wolf, and then like a chicken, I think, or a big chicken that you kill. Like enemies, low tier enemies that you can hunt and kill. And you can get food. You have to craft. You have to cook your food. Make sure that you have enough materials for to build things. But yeah, you're gonna need to eat, sleep, drink, stuff like that. That's honestly, it's really entertaining. However, like, what are you gonna be able to hunt if there's nothing around? of course, they haven't shown much at all now. I've been waiting, but I have not seen anything. They do not have a beta that has been released. Apparently, they've been working on this for, I want to say, like about 4 years. I want to say they've been working on this for about 4 years now. Coming out March 26th, and it seems like the same thing. Generation Zero going to be combating against one another. I think that it would have been better to release this much earlier. But hey, if you're looking for that open world type RPG game that has, I'll say this, they said like a lot of people who played it say that it's a lot of strategy because it has that combat similar to Dark Souls. You do get a backpack where you can put stuff and you can drop your backpack in case an enemy wants to kill you. There's going to be different instances where you have different interactions where if you get killed, you get captured, they take your stuff, and you have to decide, do you want to get your stuff or do you want to leave? There's a lot about this game that, there's a lot of things that I like, but I'm not sure if it has everything that I want in an RPG type game. There was a lot of aspects from, Skyrim, Witcher 3, and they had a lot of great features. This seems to have some of those great features as well. But it feels like it is missing those kind of elements of like, okay, what else is there in the world? There's going to be things to do, like missions and stuff, or things to explore, maybe caves, hopefully. But like in the world, are there, like you may encounter like a bandit or, maybe like a creature type enemy. But from what I've seen, when you're looking at the open world, it looks beautiful, but it's kind of limited to just what's there. There's not really, they have an explanation of why there aren't really like, I guess humans, or I guess nice people, good people roaming around. But it would be nice to see animals and things of that nature, where it's like, because you're hunting and you're probably going to want to get a place. They're going to have guilds. They're also going to have something else. Like you have your own house and things of that nature. That's going to have different maps as well. It's going to be kind of like a very hardcore type of game. It looks very cool. I would be very interested. Here's the thing, though. They're uncertain if they're going to keep updating this game at all, depending how it does. So depending on the game, if it does well at launch, then they'll continue to probably support it with updates, as well as probably DLC. That's where I'm kind of like, oh, if it does well. I hope it does do well. I would want to have it updated, but the fact that they're uncertain, and it makes sense. Why would you want to support a game that people just do not want to play, that didn't buy it? But I mean, I can see the other side of the story where it's like people are like, yeah, but we want more. Depends how many people need to buy this game in order for them to do it. What I have heard is Generation Zero is going to be getting free updates. Different from this as well, but they're going to be updating it constantly. I don't know if they're going to be releasing DLC, but they're going to be adding more into the world for this foreseeable future about this year. That in itself is very interesting. It's very cool, and I would honestly, I find that more attractive. I find that far more interesting than like, uncertainty. But hey, nothing in life is ever really certain. So I would want to get these games. And here's the kicker. Both these games are $40 each. That's right, $40 each. Honestly, depending on what you're kind of looking for, if you're looking for from like RPG type game, Outward is definitely it. It has magic. It's very different take on magic, by the way, which is very interesting, as well as different types of weapons. Just a lot of different things. And then there's Generation Zero, different type open world game, but they're both these open sandboxes, and they have something to offer. So if you're looking for that type of shooter, open world type game, Generation Zero is the one for you. It is first person shooter. There's a lot of buildings that you can go into and open up. Cars as well that you can search through. And of course the robot enemies, which have just interesting mechanics as well. So those are, two games that I kind of want to shine the light on. because not a lot of these games really get mentioned and probably get overlooked. I know Outward, for the most part, I didn't know about it. Like, it just kind of came up out of nowhere for me. I was just looking and said, like, oh, this open world type game. I was like, oh, because I was looking for open world games. But for the most part, there wasn't a ton of stuff, and there really isn't a ton of stuff either. I haven't seen anything recent, just like some announcement trailers just mention stuff that I already kind of know about it. But yeah, hopefully it does do well. If you know someone who may like these types of games, spread the word. I think it needs to be done. I think just more and more people need to know about these games, like these smaller studio games. I guess indie games, because they're really good and they have a lot to offer. And think about it, if they do well, then we may get something even better in the future. They may get more money from other people who want to invest and be like, hey, they were able to make something amazing with this, so why not? Let's give it a shot. Let's give them more money. Let's see what they can do with more money, and probably hire more people. Who knows? But that is something that is just super exciting, because of what they can do with a small dev team. And speaking about, developers and things of that nature, that goes on to, the next news. And that is, of course, Fallout 76. Now, if you don't know about this, this is probably just one of the biggest disappointments of last year. Like, it honestly is. Let me expand this more here. It is probably just a huge disappointment for a lot of people, just of what has occurred with Bethesda. They have let so many people down. Obviously, they're coming out with a bunch of other updates. I don't play it. My brother bought the game, and just he had his hopes up. He was like, "No, come on, man, you gotta give it a shot." He let me play it for a bit, and no. This game is atrocious. Maybe in a year it could be good. A lot of people complaining. So many gigs of data. Like, so much. So many. Just to put, the game itself is like 40-something gigs. Then the first update is like 51 gigs. So that's almost 100 there. 90-something. Then another update that I heard about that was like almost 50. So that's like almost... So it's like 140, 120 maybe. I don't know what. It's a lot. And now there's going to be more updates to try and fix it. People said that the last update just ruined it and they want them to get rid of it. There's just so much. We mentioned upcoming survival mode is currently planned release for March for fans of PvP. Introducing new PvE content and stuff like that. Maybe within a year, they'll be able to actually fix it and maybe get people to want to play it again. I have no idea. I have no idea how much is the fan base. I heard it just dwindled down to a few, and then those few were upset about the updates that happened because they just ruined a lot of the updates that happened before to make the game actually playable and enjoyable. A lot of people had their stuff deleted. And I don't know about you, but when stuff gets deleted from a game that I purchased that I was told it was going to be a specific way and it was going to be, really good. Yeah, I would be pretty pissed off. That's just me. Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys interested in returning back to Fallout 76? Or if you didn't get it because of the whole crazy stuff that's going on, is this update going to make you want to get it again? Or are you going to just say, you know what, I'm going to pass, I'm going to wait on it, wait for a full year, maybe even 2. Who knows, honestly. Who knows if they're still going to just fully finish this. Bethesda has messed up so bad. They themselves tarnished their own name. And they were warned. They knew the game was bad. And, well, that's just what it is. It's really sad, though, that this is what it's come down to. But, yeah. Let's just move on to something else that's actually pretty interesting as well, and that is, well, I know it says how to report Apex Legends, so it's talking about actually, like, I guess hackers. There's been hackers. It says 16,000 accounts banned. People have actually been hacking the game in order to get those wins and stuff like that. So honestly, I think it's great that they're getting banned. Honestly, my opinion, because often hackers just ruin the experience for you. You know, they get those kills. There's been constant, like I've heard, like Twitch streamers, some that have been caught hacking. Hell, even like I think it was like, what was it, Overwatch League or some type of league, esports league. Some kid was literally caught hacking or cheating at a live event. It's like, what? Right in front of everyone? Dude, what's wrong with you? So I think it's great that, there's a lot of Apex Legends hack and aimbots they can do PC play. It makes, honestly, a lot of sense that they would use that. I don't get it. Why? Like, you're not good. Like, if you're not good, then get good. Play the game. Play the game, right? So you can get good. Or else, you know what? You deserve to get hacked. You deserve to get reported. You deserve to get banned. Because you're ruining it for everyone else. Someone who, it's a game. But also, you're ruining someone else's experience with that game. That's just my honest opinion. Let me know, like, would you guys be disappointed with someone hacking, you're playing the game, and you're trying to get there? I know I would for sure. But let me know what you guys think. Also, there's more Apex news, in case you didn't know. And that is, well, it'll pop up right now. But yes, it was teased that they're actually going to be adding more. Obviously, they're going to be planning to introduce single and duo squads. As well, a very mode is very fun, 50-50, for example. So they want to do something similar, 24-man squads. So 24 versus 24. That's not bad. Honestly, I think a lot of people would enjoy that and would have fun. I tried playing the game. I don't know. It's kind of weird for me to get into these kind of battle royale games or just any of these shooter type games anymore. It's just, I don't know. It's not the same. Maybe I need to play a different type of game. I played Fortnite for a bit. It was okay. Not my cup of tea. This game looks like it's a lot of people are loving it. They're like, oh, is this Fortnite killer? I don't know. Like, who cares? Just play all the games, man. They all have something to offer. This has something to offer than the other games don't. That's all it is. You want to make it a competition? Make it a competition if you want, but just enjoy the game. I think that's the best thing you can honestly do is enjoy the game. Have fun. That's what they're for. If just hardcore people are like, oh no, this is the game. Fuck the other game. Dude, you played the other game for how many hours, how many days, how many years, or whatever. And now just because this other game comes in, you're like, oh, well, I'm not going to play that game. It's like, no. Sure, people, Twitch streamers, want to choose that specific type game. No, I want this game. I want to have this game. We got to play. We got to get those views. Whatever, man. Just play what you want. At the end of the day, they're coming for you, most likely. They want to know what you want to play, what you're going to have fun with. Not for me. You don't see me making like, oh, Apex channel. Oh, sorry, I'm tired. It is late. Well, actually, no, it's not. It's not that late. All right. But yeah, those are just pretty cool stuff. And, of course, we're going to now Kingdom Come to... This is honestly THQ Nordic. This is honestly something that's really amazing. It's from Eurogamer. But yeah, it says it all right there. Now THQ Nordic has bought the Kingdom Come Deliverance developers as the game passes 2 million sold. So they bought the team. It honestly is a great game. I played it last year. It was a lot of fun. I got a ton of hours from this game. A lot of hours exploring, killing, hunting. It was a lot of fun. I do wish there was just a little more to do or more things within it. After a while, kind of got boring, kind of repetitive, like doing the same stuff for certain missions. Travel here, travel all the way over there. It was just a back and forth kind of situation. But yeah, I wish there was just more. They did add DLC. A lot of people actually liked the DLC. Me, I didn't really care too much for it, so I didn't get it. I know they've released all this other stuff. I was looking forward to mods, but when I looked up what type of mods that they had, and it would be coming to PS4, but this year, I didn't see anyone really working on mods or interested in working on mods. Like, I couldn't find anything. So, like, there was the lightsaber stuff, and I'm like, I don't care about that. And just see it happen, I really just lost interest. But it is a good game. If you are thinking about purchasing it, go ahead and purchase it. It's not something that, you're going to really regret if you really like these, medieval type games. It is like some strategic to it. You hold your sword, stuff like that. It's really cool. It is kind of survival-ish type game. It has survival, like you have to eat, you have to drink, you have to sleep, stuff like that. You have to bathe too, wash yourself. It's really interesting, but it's amazing. They got sold. I know this looks very confusing. 33.2 million, I think, euros and about 29 million pounds. It translates roughly to 37,482,442 dollars. That's a lot of money, but hey, I wish them the best. This is really amazing and good for them, especially because it's not EA. So THQ just has been releasing a lot of the games. Well, Nordic that bought the THQ name and are using it and bought a lot of the THQ titles as well. I think this is amazing. I think it's gonna do well, and I can't wait to see what else they come out with. It's honestly a great time for gaming. We obviously are already seeing Generation Zero open world game and Nine Dots, the Outward RPG game. Two different titles, open world games, but have a lot to offer by smaller dev teams, and I think that's the way it probably should be. In honesty, they're $40. They're each gonna be $40, if not maybe a little less. I doubt it, but from what I've seen, the pricing, it is $40, and they really look excited about these games. This is something new that they want to do, and honestly, go support them. That's all I really have to say. Look at what Kingdom Come Deliverance Warhorse Studios, what they were able to do. It was a small dev team as well. A lot of them were able to work on this for, I don't know how many years, but for a lot of years. And when it finally came out, I believe it did sell for $60. But wow, what they had was simply amazing. Combat was amazing. The story was amazing. The graphics were amazing as well. And of course, for Generation Zero, I think I'm gonna show you guys just how these games are in particular, because it's not something that you kind of get to see every day. Let's see. Let's go Generation Zero YouTube. Because to me, honestly, this is really entertaining. It's a lot of fun. And you really get to see a lot of what they worked on. Let's see if it pops up. It doesn't take too long. Generation Zero. Yeah, let's go with the trailer. The trailer, I think, should probably do it enough justice. Make sure.
Peggy 16.
I have to put it like 720, guys. This is mainly so my computer doesn't crash.
Welcome to Sweden. It's November 14th, 1989, and you're about to get a closer look at the open world of Generation Zero. In Generation Zero, You play as a young adult returning from an island excursion together with friends. Upon reaching the mainland, you discover the world abandoned with no other people around.
See?
Worse yet, you find yourself hunted by a mysterious force of deadly machines. Now you need to find out what has happened, while at the same time trying to stay alive, and eventually wage a guerrilla war against the machine invaders.
I heard that they were probably thinking about the future to add
allows you to create a unique 80s hero and play on your own
to add probably some survival aspects to it. That would be cool. I honestly messaged one of them, and they responded with like, "Yeah, that's something that we would, you know." They ended up liking it, as in like that would be something that they would be looking into trying to add to the game.
The machines come in many types, sizes, and variations, constantly challenging you in new ways using different weapons and sensory equipment. Wear them down and disable their systems by pinpointing and taking out armor parts and components. Seize the upper hand by utilizing stealth, group tactics, or special equipment to distract or confuse the enemies. Use these in combination with objects in your surroundings to create traps and ambushes, and turn a difficult fight into a winnable one. Should things go south, fleeing is a valid tactic. Since the machines are persistently simulated in the world, they will continue roaming if not killed. Whether you
That's pretty.
them minutes,
That's come on. That's pretty cool.
or days later,
I think this is something that's something that's going to be very cool, because I think you may get surrounded at times. You may need to flee and run away from them.
You will scour the open world for different weapons and upgrade your patience with
I was hoping that they would put like a melee weapon, but that's not the case. It's going to be seems to be it's just going to be like pure guns and stuff of that nature.
Use them to augment your weapons with high-tech enhancements. This will come in handy when fighting in different conditions. The dynamic day-night cycle and weather systems will not only impact
The gas is expensive.
but also the enemies, making for constantly evolving battles. You are free to explore the world at any pace and direction. And if you look closely, the world will tell the story of what has happened. The pieces of the puzzle are there for you to discover and figure out. Just remember that some answers come harder than others.
See, I think that's honestly a great game. I think I do want to get that game. That's a game that I'm very interested in getting. I've been looking at the gameplay. There have been betas on alphas and I think betas on PC, and I've seen people play it. Some people seem to have fun. Some people not sure what to think about it. But for me, it's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. It looks like I would like playing it. I'm not sure to what extent exactly. But yeah, I think I would like to get my hands on it, and play the game. But like I said, and now look at this Outward. If you look at like all the stuff that was released, there's a whole bunch of gameplay here. If you guys want to take a look at it, I took a look at it. That's how I kind of got into it. But yeah, I think this is something that might be interested in. But I just hope there's more in the world. Let's take a look at this.
Peggy 12.
I don't know if there's going to be both available. I don't know that. I don't know if they're going to, what exactly they're going to have.
The allure of medieval fantasy RPGs is so obvious, so captivating. This idea of living in another world, somewhere more hostile, magical, more
Look at the creature. It looks pretty cool.
Wow, visiting
And wearing a backpack is going to kind of hinder you, so you can drop it.
The illusion breaks down when the game reminds you constantly that it is a game. That is what happens when the game is always giving you freebies. Go venture in the wild, but don't worry, you're half dragon. You're the chosen one. You're the lost child from a prophecy. Nah, we want to scale back things so that you live in a fantasy world, but from the perspective of an ordinary human being with no superpower and no game developer guiding you at every step. This is a game for those who aren't afraid of being vulnerable, for those who want to own up to their mistakes and feel the sting of their failures. Who said that adventuring should be easy? Who said that you, the player, can't do it on your own? Even ordinary people can do extraordinary things. In order to make the adventuring life more human, the threat of
Looks
combat
pretty
should
cool.
be your only worry. Hunger, thirst, exhaustion.
There's actually like a
these
chicken
are
right
all
here.
part of
My
the
hand's
appeal
covering
when
it.
you travel untamed lands. It also wouldn't make sense for a normal human being to get out in the cold of winter without first having a warm fire.
That's the thing. I don't know
Wouldn't make
to what
sense to run
extent.
around the desert in a large, fully plated armor either.
I don't know to what extent
This
they're
is
gonna
part of
have
the
all
vision
this stuff.
behind Outward.
They haven't
The
come
story
out with
isn't
more
about defeating
updates.
some central
How it's going
mythical
to be.
figure. The obstacles aren't about single-handedly crushing armies.
So you're gonna have a
That's
gun,
not what
stuff like
adventuring is
that.
about. Outward is about making you live in a medieval fantasy world that feels more real, more human. Yeah, it's harder, but we, the devs, we know you're smart. We trust that you can do it, and the rewards will be earned, not ended.
See, I like that. I like that aspect of it as well. So that's why I want to get it. See, again, the 26th of March. Next month. It's coming out next month. See, like Generation Zero. I want to get both games. Honestly, I think I'm going to get that. I'm going to get both. I think I have to. And I think I have to do like some type of review for these games. Like, I feel like that's what I need to do. Yes, you're going to be able to customize your character as well. Not fully, to a certain extent of like where you can change the eyes to this. But you're going to have some customizational options with that. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, you customize your character. It's going to be very different from all these other RPG type games out there. And I'm super excited. I want that as well. So honestly, these two games, I don't know. What should I get right away? You know, which one should I get? Right now, I'm kind of uncertain. But I kind of do know that I want both. So we'll see. As time goes on, more and more stuff will be revealed. And thank you all so much for staying with me on this journey. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot. If you stayed this far, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more videos. Click over there. You know what to do. Yeah. And and share with other people. Hopefully you like this. I'm going to keep doing kind of this format of Fusionverse. I think people really seem to kind of like this. So I'm going to go for that. So thank you all so much. And for more gaming news and more new games, I think I'm going to start revealing more new games that just haven't had, the light of day. So thank you all so much. Until then, take care, and I'll see you in another exciting episode of Fusionverse.